Welcome back to Sunrise. You know what we need more of? Stories for children about celebrating self-love and chasing dreams. Now, luckily, we have author and public relations manager Susan Smith here today, and she does such a great job of writing inspiring stories for young boys and girls. And she'll be sharing with us her latest book, which is called When I Grow Up. Welcome to Sunrise, Susan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Let me tell you this quickly. It's a perfect day to come.
Yeah.
Because the connected dots from what's happening this morning, this is a perfect segue.
Yeah.
Because it starts with the children.
Yes.
It starts to change their mind, their mental health begins with how you grow them and encourage them and what you feed them.
Yes, and what you affirm in them. I want to start with your earlier books. Little Black Girl, your first book.
Yes.
I just want to talk quickly about this book and who Kara Rose in this book here.
Okay, so Kara Rose is my daughter, my 3-year-old daughter, and I've always wanted to be a writer. Always. Anybody know me from when I was growing up know that that's what I wanted to be. I kind of went into different directions, but I eventually came back to my first love. So when I had my daughter, I said, listen, because I wanted to do a book. I said, you know what, now is the opportune time. She's here, and I want her to have a mom that she can brag about. And so listen, I started with my first book, which was kind of near and dear to me. I remember growing up, and as a dark-skinned girl, I had some issues with colorism. And I said, you know what, there are other young girls out there like me who wish, that when they open a book, they can see a character that looks like them. And that's where I started. And so I released my first book, Little Black Girl.
Oh, so awesome. I think Tami was talking about it later. She wrote on her page about being that little girl occupying your adult self. So I'm guessing that you went back to that experience to come up with the ideas, even though you're inspired by your young daughter, 3-year-old.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, I love that you have the follow-up, which is Hey Black Boy.
Right. So when I did this one, and it was very well received. Everybody was like, okay, but you can't forget the little boys because they need the love. And they need the encouragement just as much as the little girls. And so I followed up with Hey Black Boy.
Yes, that's funny.
I love that. And it's loaded with affirmations. And it's really a beautiful book. So I love that one.
And it's a book even for, young kids who can't even read. Parents can read it to them. And they can practice the affirmations.
I love that.
But what do you think the impact really is or could be if we, young people, boys and girls, digest these kinds of affirmations for society?
Well, my aim was always to encourage from the grassroots stage so that we can grow up to be productive and contributing members of society. Like, I feel like a lot of us, we've lost our way, our moral compass pointing south. And there are so many things out there, that so many influences. So I wanted to start, especially with the children, to encourage them to be their best selves so that they can grow up to be strong-minded individuals.
I love that.
And having affirmed them, encouraged them, allow them to occupy that self-esteem space. When I grow up, and I want to talk about when I grow up because, when I grow up, I want to be so many things. You know what I mean?
Well, I love this book because, it's literally putting in front of you all the possibilities. I see, again, we have Kara Rose on the front of this book. And I love that, she's dressed as an astronaut. But as you move through the book, sorry, if you don't mind me just showing and sharing really quickly, we're talking about all types of different occupations that she could possibly, grow up to be, which is so important to see and to understand, everything from an artist to a teacher, from a pilot to a chef, it's really from a scientist to, whatever else there may be. And it's just so wonderful to see that and to see that that is a possibility. How important is it for us to show our children, especially our little girls too, like, all of the possibilities that lay before them and that it's all there for them?
Listen, so you see, when I started, well, I was looking for my third book I mean, I have tons of material, but I was looking for the next one to release. And my daughter, we were just having a little conversation. She's 3 years old, and she said to me, Mom, you know, when I grow up, I want to be a chef. And I kind of stuck with him. I said, a 3-year-old telling me that she wants to be a chef. What she know about being a chef? And I said, you know what? I'm going to encourage this. And I decided that I'm going to write a book to encourage children, you know, to teach them about the different professions, different occupations that, you know, there are. I mean, I don't have every single occupations in there, but, you know, it's just something to show them that you can be this, you can be that, you can be anything you want to be. As long as you want it, you just have to put your mind to it and work towards it.
Yes, and so you'll have to do the one for the boys too, right? So
Yes.
I love that you're setting yourself up to do the girl and boy version.
Yes. I like the first page of this book. It says, my mommy and daddy say I can be anything I want to be, but I'm not quite sure yet, which is often the case. All I know is whatever I choose to be when I grow up, I will do my very best. And that is the best part. I love it. I love it.
Did you want to be a writer when you grew up?
Always.
So you said, Mommy, I want to write books.
Listen, I used to write poetry and short stories. Even my friends at school, I swear they got tired of me. I used to be reading to them my poetry. I said, what do you think about this? And they said, Susan, okay. All right, you know what, another day. But
you know, one of my favorite things growing up is when I used to tell my mom I wanted to be something, and she would always say, and? Like, meaning, what else? It was this idea that we didn't also have to grow up to do one thing, and that your path may change.
Exactly.
And that today you might be a singer, and tomorrow you might be the host of a morning show.
Yes.
there we go.
So who knows, you know? So this is a really, really great body of work that you're building up here, and I'm excited to see what comes next. Tell us how we can find this book, please.
Well, they're all on Amazon. I do have books available, so anybody who's interested, they can call me. My number is 995-1211, and you can call me and you can put in an order. The books are in Bookophilia, and they will be in other local stores soon.
Okay.
But for now, you can call me at 995-1211 and put in an order.
Any Instagram page or not
Yes.
yet? Okay.
Of course. Well, follow my Susan_Powerhouse, and I have everything there.
Awesome. I think these would make really great Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, and all the like. I think they should be in school libraries and everything else. So thank you so much for being here this morning. Our guest has been Susan Smith, author and public relations manager. Definitely stick and stay for more Sunrise after the break. Yeah.